Between last year's Godzilla Minus One and the Apple TV Plus show Monarch Legacy of Monsters, it sure feels like a great time to be a Godzilla fan. And while I am still yet to watch the former, and I wasn't particularly keen on the latter, I was very much eager to see what new tricks the titular kaiju had up his monstrous sleeve in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. But does the latest entry in Legendary's monsterverse bring anything new to the table, or is it simply more of the same? Hi guys, Michael Abayomi here, and today I'm reviewing Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. The film serves as a direct sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong, so those who never got around to watching Monarch can rest easy, as that show has no real bearing on the film's events. Much of the movie takes place in the Hollow Earths, where Kong now resides with hopes of making a new home for himself. But he soon stumbles across an entire tribe of giant apes and their tyrannical leader, the Scar King, who is hell-bent on spreading his tyranny to the surface world. Meanwhile, Godzilla has slipped back into his role of sole alpha and protector of mankind, as he continues to keep the different categories of kaiju at bay. But when he suddenly starts seeking out sources of radiation to draw power from, it becomes clear that he's preparing for his most powerful adversary yet. Now, the two titular titans must once again set aside their differences and band together in the ultimate monster tag team. The Monsterverse films have never really taken themselves too seriously, and with each subsequent entry, it is clear that the filmmakers have leaned increasingly harder into each one's inherent campiness. So anyone going into Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire expecting high art only has themselves to blame at this point. That said, I still found myself taken aback by just how nonsensical this new Monsterverse entry manages to get in its 2-hour runtime. To call the story in the movie convoluted and dumb would be putting it lightly. It often approaches Transformers levels of ridiculousness with just how logic-defying and reliant on plot contrivances it becomes. It is almost as though Adam Wingard and his writers are taking the bet to cram in as much ridiculous action and far-fetched storytelling as humanly possible. But depending on who you ask, that could either be considered a good thing or a bad thing. Much like prior entries, the new film suffers from a slew of issues that range from inconsistent pacing to human characters that are just nowhere as compelling as their kaiju counterparts. However, the decision to trim the roster of human characters down and to give the kaiju more screen time ultimately helps to keep the film moving along before it turned into a slog. But I still felt we could have gotten to the meat of the action much sooner, because Godzilla x Kong shines brightest when it simply lets its two titans loose to cause all manner of chaos and destruction. It never gets old watching entire cities get wrecked in the wake of these monsters, and the film delivers plenty of that, especially in its explosive third act. The visual effects bringing all that chaos and destruction to life are adequate for the most part, although I don't see it winning any awards at next year's Oscars. Godzilla x Kong doesn't quite match the sheer thrills of the last Monsterverse movie, but it certainly packs enough of a punch that it is sure to satisfy kaiju fans. The movie lives up to its title by offering the kind of monster mayhem most of us could only ever dream of as kids. And while it does require leaving your brain firmly checked at the door to overlook some of its more egregious shortcomings, the overall package is still worthy enough to earn another recommendation from me. I'll give the film a 7 out of 10. What did you think of Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed watching this review, and to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on if you'd like to see more reviews like this in the future. And until the next one, this is Michael, signing off.